Incline Railway, the world's steepest passenger railway, and America's most amazing mile. Our incline car will travel nearly 1 mile straight up the face of Lookout Mountain at a speed of 600 feet per minute, reaching an altitude of 2,100 feet above sea level. The car in which you are riding was installed in March 2020. Each car is steel and was especially built for the incline at an 18-degree angle. Each car is 42 feet long and weighs 12 tons. Two 1¼ wire-inch cables carry the incline cars up and down the mountain. You should feel more comfortable about your ride, knowing that the cables have a combined strength of 142 tons. The cables are fastened under one car, wound around huge drums in the machine room at the top of the mountain, and connected underneath the other car, so that the cars act as two weights on a pulley. When one car comes up, the other car comes down. The entire cable system is changed every 3 years. Other safety features are an Otis elevator safety governor, which automatically locks the cars down if they go above a speed of 10 miles per hour. A giant automatic brake in the Incline Railway's machinery will lock down the cars in case of a power failure, and there are manual brakes which can be used by the operators as well. In recognition of the Incline Railway's historically significant role in unique mechanical design, in 1974, it was designated as a National Historic Site by the United States Department of the Interior. Also, in 1991, it was designated as a National Historic Mechanical Engineering Landmark by the American Society of Mechanical Engineers. The incline began making history 125 years ago on November 16, 1895, when the car first reached the crest of the mountain. The car was made of wood and had open windows, which gave the passengers an exhilarating feeling as they traveled up and down the mountain. In the early days, the power was supplied by huge coal-burning steam engines situated at the powerhouse at the crest of the mountain. On each trip, the incline cars would carry coal for use in the boilers in specially designed containers attached to the upper end of the cars. In 1911, the coal-burning engines were converted to an electrical system. Today, the two 120-horsepower motors, huge drum gears, and other operating machinery to provide power for the car can be seen at the top of the station through a viewing area, a not-to-be-missed part of your incline experience today. Lookout Mountain is part of the Cumberland Mountains, part of the Appalachian chain, as are the Great Smoky Mountains. Lookout Mountain is the southernmost mountain in the Appalachians. Many of the mountain residents use the incline sometimes as their only link to the top of the mountain when we have ice and snow, which is luckily not too often. The incline has also been used to haul freight, mail, and school children. As the incline is the fastest mode of transportation up and down the mountain, it has also helped mothers get to the hospital on time. There have also been several weddings aboard the incline while the cars climb the mountain. As the incline climbs historic Lookout Mountain, it will travel through the cities of Chattanooga and Lookout Mountain, as well as Hamilton County and the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Battlefield. Traveling up the mountain, you'll notice the temperature is cooler, since there is an approximate 8-degree temperature difference between the Chattanooga Valley and Lookout Mountain stations. The grade of the track at the steepest point near the top is 72.7%. Giving the incline the unique distinction of being the steepest passenger railway in the world. When we reach the top, visit our observation decks, the highest observation points on Lookout Mountain, for a breathtaking view of the Chattanooga Valley. On a clear day, you can see 6 states. For those of you who enjoy history, plan to visit Point Park, located 3 blocks from the Lookout Mountain station. Point Park is part of the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park, the nation's oldest and largest of its kind. The Civil War Battle Above the Clouds was fought in part at the park's current site in November 1863. The battle took place on a day so rainy, misty, and foggy that many times the soldiers had to withhold their rifle fire for fear of hitting friend rather than foe. Thus, it was named the Battle Above the Clouds. Another problem in defending the mountain, as the soldiers lowered their cannons to fire on the troops coming up from the mountain below, the cannonball would roll out of the cannon barrel. When General Grant was on Lookout Mountain in 1863, it took him nearly 4 hours over very rough roads to reach the top. But as every minutes. At Point Park, you too can marvel at the view that General Grant saw of the Tennessee River Valley, 1,500 feet below. For a more unique look into Civil War history, be sure and visit the Point Park Visitor Center and Battles for Chattanooga Electric Map and Museum. We hope you enjoyed your ride on the Incline. When you reach the Lookout Mountain Station, take your time and enjoy shopping, the observation decks, machine room, and the Incline Centennial Photo History Exhibit. On behalf of all Carta employees, we hope you have a nice visit on historic Lookout Mountain. If there's anything we can do to make your visit with us more special, please don't hesitate to ask us.
Now arriving at the upper station, everybody please remain seated until the car goes to a complete stop. Once we do come to a complete stop, collection 2B at the right hand side of the car. Cars are running every 10 minutes up until 6:40 this evening. Thank y'all for riding the Incline with us today.
Incline Railway, the world's steepest passenger railway and America's most amazing mile. The Incline Railway will travel from an altitude of 2,100 feet above sea level at a speed of 600 feet per minute straight down the face of Lookout Mountain to the Chattanooga Valley below. The grade of the track at the steepest point is 72.7%, giving the Incline Railway the unique distinction of being the steepest passenger railway in the world. The car in which you are riding was installed in March 2020, and its many windows were designed to offer a magnificent panoramic view of Lookout Mountain in all its natural splendor. In the spring, thousands of dogwoods bloom. Summer brings out the mountain laurel and rhododendron, and in the fall come the brilliant reds and yellows of the hardwoods. Winter especially is a unique time to visit the mountain. The view from the incline is unparalleled in its clarity, more than any other time of the year. The panoramic roof overhead lets you see the horizon and the surrounding countryside, so you don't have to move from your seat. The incline center rail is used by both cars going up and down the mountain. When we enter the passing switch and move past the other car coming up the mountain, we are exactly at our halfway point of our downward trip. As the incline descends historic Lookout Mountain, it will travel through the cities of Lookout Mountain and Chattanooga, as well as Hamilton County and the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Battlefield. Lookout Mountain, which is part of the Appalachian mountain chain, is actually a plateau stretching 83 miles. 3 miles of Lookout Mountain are in Tennessee, 35 miles are in Georgia, and 45 miles are in Alabama. For many years, one of the local artists had an arts and crafts show each fall. It was way on the back of the mountain, which she named because it was plumb out of Tennessee and Louisiana. The first great mountain restoring visible ahead is missionary bridge, part of the Civil War battle of Chattanooga was fought. It was said that when Missionary Ridge fell, this was truly the death blow to the Confederate States of America. Chattanooga was known as the gateway to the South because it was a major rail center and had natural passes through the mountains. Chattanooga became the staging point for the famous Battle of Atlanta, immortalized in the movie Gone with the Wind. During the Civil War, the hardest fighting for Lookout Mountain occurred at what is now known as Battlefield Park. The Craven House, which first served as headquarters for the Confederate Army and then the Union all in one day's time, is one of the landmarks in the park. The house was built by Robert Cravens in 1850, and he lived there with his family for nearly 13 peaceful years. However, on November 24th, Nash go round and into the house. The long-awaited Union Army attack on Lookout Mountain had begun. On March 3rd, 1893, the United States government, recognizing the historical significance of the Cravens House, purchased it and the surrounding 85 acres of land. This was soon to be designated as Battlefield Park. The park holds many artifacts from the war, including carrot guns used by Confederate soldiers and monuments which stand in silent remembrances to gallant men from both sides. At Point Park, you can see the New York Peace Monument, which stands 95 feet tall and portrays both the Confederate and Union soldier in a handshake of friendship. As far as it is known, this is the only Civil War monument honoring both armies. The various incline railways have played an important role in the historical development of Lookout Mountain. The first incline was completed in 1887 as a means of travel to the scenic area, just below the point atop the mountain. In 1888, Point Hotel, a lavish four-story inn with an unequal view, opened to the public atop the first incline. The hotel was as splendid as the surrounding scenery, and the ride in the incline was an exciting experience, with a trip to the top lasting over an hour. You are now riding in what is now known as Incline Number 2. A local man, John T. Crass, envisioned an incline railway that would be fast and inexpensive. In June 1895, Crass and several other investors applied for a charter, forming the Lookout Mountain Incline and Lula Lake Railway Company. With the help of picks, shovels, dynamite, and about 1,000 workers, the first cars began traveling up and down the mountain on November 16, 1895. Incline Number 2 would prove to be the answer for the transportation needs of the mountain. In over 125 years of operation, over 4 million passenger trips have been taken on the railway. The Incline is a National Historic Site and a National Historic Mechanical Engineering Landmark. If time permits, plan a trip to the headquarters of the Chickamauga and Chattanooga National Military Park, where the Battle for Chickamauga took place on September 18th and 19th, 1863. It's considered by many to be the bloodiest battle of the Civil War, with over 34,000 casualties. At the park, there's an audiovisual presentation about the battle. In addition, one of the world's finest shoulder arms collection, the Fuller Gun Collection, is housed in the park and has been valued at over $30 million. We hope you enjoyed your ride. While in the area, we hope you will visit the other beautiful places of interest here on Lookout Mountain. We recommend visiting spectacular Ruby Falls, the Zip String Aerial Adventure, beautiful Rock City Gardens, and battles for the Chattanooga Electric Map and Museum. In downtown Chattanooga, you can enjoy the Chattanooga Choo Choo Entertainment Complex, cruising on the Southern Belle Riverboat, exploring the Tennessee Aquarium, the Creative Discovery Museum, and IMAX Theater. Thank you for visiting the Lookout Mountain Incline Railway. Please take your time and enjoy the Incline's lower station, especially Clumpy's Ice Cream. There are also many unique shops and dining options in historic St. Elmo within a short walk. On behalf of all Cardin employees, please enjoy your stay in Chattanooga and let us know how we can make your visit a more pleasant one.
North of here is actually pretty nice. I got some shops, good restaurants, the aquarium's down there. Good.
She's like, yeah, I feel it. Maybe it was just a little breeze from right there. We're up sitting right next to you, and I did not feel that.
Continue straight.
First time here?
To proceed to the route.
We're in Atlanta. We didn't bring our kids here though. Next time we should have.
Now arriving at the lower station, everybody please remain seated until the car comes to a complete stop. Once we come to a complete stop, you'll exit 2D at the left-hand side of the car. Cars are running every 10 minutes up until 6:40 this evening. We got the right Incline with us today.
welcome aboard.